Hey YouTube, Carrot Twig here, bringing you guys my Destiny Hero Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile for post-legendary hero decks. I wanted to bring you guys this deck profile for quite some time now, but finally got around to working on the deck. This is the final deck from the three decks available in the legendary hero deck that I wanted to do a deck profile for you guys. I already did Nordics and Phantom Knights, so Destiny Heroes were the last ones on the list. The Destiny Heroes were the ones we got the majority of support for in the legendary hero deck. I know most of it does work as generic hero support, but I wanted to give you guys a Destiny Hero deck because I'm a really big fan of the Destiny Hero deck in total, with all the different fusions we can make for the deck now, including a Dystopia guy. You have a lot of different variety with the deck for sure now, so let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So to start off, I run 3 Destiny Hero Drill Dark. Drill Dark is one of your main ones you always want to open up with, just because when this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon 1 Destiny Hero monster from your hand with attack less than or equal to this card's attack on the field. You can only use the effect of Drill Dark once per turn, and if this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage to your opponent. So 3 of this, it can special summon itself. It's a once per turn, so remember that, but you can also special summon Malicious, Celestial, Decider, any of the Destiny Heroes for assisted support with this card, so you can even have Easy Link or Exceed Summon with it. You name it. Drill Dark just opens up so many of your plays, so he's a definite 3 of in the deck. I also run 3 Destiny Hero Celestial. Sadly, I only have 2 secret rares. Want to get one more, secret. Have to use the 1 common from the Legendary Hero deck. But what's great about this entire deck also is that it is pretty budget if you purchase the Legendary Hero decks. With Celestial, when this card declares an attack, you target 1 face-up spell your opponent controls, destroy it, and if you do, inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent. Well, you have no cards in your hand except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard. You can banish this card to add 1 Destiny Hero monster and from your graveyard to draw 2 cards. You can only use the effect of Celestial once per turn. So it's great because it can take care of pesky field spells, continuous spells, you name it, and then burn for damage. But you can also, if you have no cards in your hand, banish it and then another Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard to draw 2 cards. You can grab 2 cards, or you can even just set spell cards on your field or normal summon monster to the field and then get the 2 draws. You don't really have to use up your resources, just make sure they're on the field and then you can get the draw 2 off of this card. And also, probably one of the best Destiny Heroes we have available to us now, Malicious, 3 of this as well. You can banish this card from your graveyard to special summon 1 Destiny Hero Malicious from your deck. Probably one of the easiest ones to abuse just with getting Malicious into the graveyard. You can also summon it off of Drill Dark, and then you can make a fusion with the 2, or a mass change target, you name it, and then you can just banish more from the grave to special summon another to the field, and then just use that for fusion fodder if need be. Just getting Malicious, even Destiny drawing it, as long as you don't, risk it and then draw the Malicious off the Destiny draw, definitely does come in handy for an easy card sent to the graveyard. And I also run 2 Destiny Hero Diamond Dudes. With this one, once per turn, you can excavate the top card of your deck, and if it's a normal spell, send it to the graveyard. Otherwise, place it on the bottom of the deck. And during your main phase of your next turn, you can activate the effect of that spell in your graveyard, even if you no longer control this face-up card. So we run plenty of normal spells in this deck to make use of. So Diamond Dude's excavate effect just helps for that easy search to search out that card and use it next turn. Plenty of draw power as well with all that we use. So definitely like using Diamond Dude in all of my Destiny Hero decks. And then for the one-ofs for the Destiny Heroes, I run 1 Destiny Hero Decider. I decided to drop it down to 1, no pun intended, just because it is a once per tool effect for each of the effects. It's a level 6 or higher monsters your opponent controls cannot target this card for attacks. You can only use each of the following effects once per duel. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 hero monster from your graveyard to your hand during the end phase of this turn. And during either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that would inflict damage to you while this card is in your graveyard, you can return this card from to your hand, and if you do make that damage, you take 0. So what's great, Decider just helps a lot with the burn damage you could potentially take having it in the graveyard. It can stop a high level, which every time I go up against Blue Eyes, they always hate just having Decider on the field because it's always difficult for them to get over it. But most of all, being able to recycle any of the hero cards we use in this deck when it is normal or special summon means that you can use it off of cards like Drill Dark as well, and then just normal summon Drill Dark, special summon Decider, activate Decider's effect, and then as long as you can get one of these 2 in the graveyard, whether it be through polymerization or mass change, you name it, you'll get that search off of Decider. He doesn't have to remain on the field to use as well. And also running one of the newly legal Destiny Hero Disc Commander. It cannot be special summoned from the graveyard the turn it was sent to the graveyard. If this card is special summoned from the graveyard, you can draw 2 cards. You can only use this effect of Disc Commander once per duel. It's very easy to get it into the graveyard. You just have to play around how you want to special summon it, especially with the Destiny Hero Dangerous, being able to send Destiny Heroes to your graveyard. You can send Celestial, Disc Commander, you name it, with this card, and then basically just go off of the search that way for the draw 2, and then just obviously make use of it with a summon later on once it's on the field. I also run one Destiny Hero Dreamer. This card is great for protecting your Destiny Hero monsters when either they attack or they are attacked. You can special summon this card to the field. It can't be destroyed by battle in that attack, and then you banish it when it leaves the field. I thought about bumping it up to 2, but I like it for 1 just because of Dangerous, again, being able to send it to the graveyard, so you don't really have to open it up other ways. Plus, if you draw it and it's in your hand, you can send it to the graveyard with Destiny Draw. You have options to use it instead of just having it take up the normal summon. And then for the non-Destiny Hero support, I love all those Destiny Hero support that we run in the deck. It all runs really, really well together. I just thought we need a little more hero support to help with some of the other cards in the deck. So 3 Destiny Hero Solid Soldier. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower hero monster from your hand. If this card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard by a spell effect, you can target 1 hero monster in your graveyard except for Solid Soldier, special summon it in defense. You can only use this effect of Solid Soldier once per turn. So you can even combo it with Drill Dark, since Drill Dark can be special summoned to get another monster out, getting 3 on the field very easily. So helps for that spam search. Then the special summon from the spell effect works with polymerization. If you want to run Diane, you can run with the mass change as well. We'll talk about all that when we get to the extra deck. Also run 2 Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist just searches out hero monsters when sent to the graveyard and searches out mass change when special summoned. So very useful even with cards like Solid Soldier. Just like to have that combo available to us in the deck to use. So I like to keep 2 of those in the deck as well. And lastly, I also run 2 Honest Neos. I said lastly, but there is one more card that we run. With Honest Neos, it's a quick effect to discard this card to target 1 hero monster on the field. It gains 2,500 attack until the end of this turn. You can discard 1 hero monster. This card gains attack equal to the discarded monster. I mostly use it for the hand trap for the 2,500, especially with powerful cards like Dustopia or even Trinity. Hitting them for the big numbers against opponent's monsters can mean game with this card, so definitely helpful to run 2 of this in the deck as well. And it's a great search off of Shadow Mist if you've already used your summons for the turn. And for the last hero monster, 1 Elemental Hero Stratos. Gotta have Stratos back in the Destiny Hero deck. It's generic when it's normal summon or special. You can activate one of these effects. You can destroy spell or traps on the field up to the number of hero monsters you control, or you can add 1 hero monster from your deck to your hand. So with the special summon you can use for it, or you can just normal summon it. You'll get that search or pop, so either one situational takes care of a lot of problems your opponent may have for you. And moving on to the spells, I run 3 Destiny Draw, very powerful draw engine for sure. Just discard Destiny Hero to draw 2 cards. Your best discards would probably be Celestial, Malicious, or Dreamer. You'll get benefits from the graveyard later on from them. Plus the draw 2, as long as you don't draw Malicious, obviously, you can make full use of Malicious as well. Next turn using Celestial, you name it, 3 Destiny Draw definitely needed in the deck. And I also run 3 Polymerization. We have plenty of spell options for fusions in this deck, whether it be Dystopia, Dustopia, Dangerous, you name it, Trinity, Adoration. All of those we'll get to when we get to the extra deck. Definite 3 of those. Since you have all the options for fusion with your Destiny Heroes, along with the hero monsters we run in the deck, depending on what you want to go for. And I also run 2 Mass Change. This is searchable with your Shadow Mist, and you also have the options of going into Anki or Dark Law, depending on the situation in the game. So you have those 2 options available to you with the Mass Change as well. And I also run 1 Reinforcements of the Army. They're all warrior monsters in this deck. You can search out plenty of them, depending on what you want for the specific play you're going to go for. And also 1 Foolish Burial. This is just so you can send whatever you need, be it Malicious, Celestial, Dreamer. Those 3 are the definite graveyard plays for sure. Or even if you're going up against Burn, I sometimes send Decider, you name it. And for the special summons, I run 1 Monster Reborn and 1 Soul Charge. You don't really use your life for too much in this deck, so easy special summons, and there are plenty of monsters when they're special summoned that have effects. So fully use these for sure with those monsters. And I run 1 A Hero Lives with Shadow Mist and Stratos for sure. This card definitely does come in handy. And I also run 1 pot of Acquisitiveness. Now, I only run 1. I might bump it up to 2, but if I were to run it at 2, I would show the 1 card I take out, which is the next card I'll be showing. You target 3 of your banished monsters, shuffle all 3 into the deck, then draw 1 card. You can only activate 1 pot of Acquisitiveness per turn. It's great because you banish plenty of Celestials, Malicious, and then any of the cards that were banished with Celestial as well. So just playing them back can help you reuse them later on as well. So definitely helpful there. And what's great, one more comment about this, is that you always are left with, 1 more Malicious in the graveyard. So being able to shuffle them back and then just reuse the Malicious again is incredibly broken for sure. And I also run 3 Allure of Darkness, plenty of dark monsters in this deck. So if you wanted to try out the mix and match, you can maybe take out 1 of the Allure of Darkness and put in a second Acquisitiveness, just if you kind of prefer that banish. If you can go through the banish fast enough for sure. But the draw power along with Destiny Draw definitely does help for just getting what you need. Plus, with Acquisitiveness and this banish, it just gives you more monster options to shuffle back as well. And for the 1 Lone Trap I am running in the deck, I run 1 Defusion, especially when you fill up your field with heroes. This card can definitely come in handy. You fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control as fusion materials. If you do, cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn. Only Destiny Hero monsters can be used as fusion materials for a fusion summon using this card's effect. So as long as you have those Destiny Hero monsters on the field, this card can play for big protection. For sure, I just like to run the 1 in the deck just because it does come in handy whenever I'm sitting on those weaker monsters with no other options available to me. During my opponent's turn, it just gives me a good monster to play Protect until my next turn. And then moving on to the extra deck, I run 2 Destiny Hero Dystopia. With this one, if this card is special summon, you can target 1 level 4 or lower Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to that target's attack. If this card's current attack is different from its original attack, except during the damage step, quick effect, you could target 1 card on the field, destroy it, and if you do, this card's attack becomes equal to its card's original attack. You can only use the effect of Dystopia once per turn, so good for the burn damage and then just destruction. So definite 2 of. All you need are 2 Destiny Hero monsters to make it, so pretty easy as well to fusion summon it out. I also run 1 Dustopia. You need 1 Destiny Hero fusion monster and 1 Destiny Hero to protect to make this 3,000 in attack and 3,000 defense. It's an awesome card just for protection, being able to protect 1 card on the field. So just one of those, kind of harder to fuse out than some of the other ones in the deck. But I also run 2 Destiny Hero Dangerous. This card is definitely one of the easier ones to make since you just need a Destiny Hero monster and 1 Dark Effect monster, which Shadow Mist can even play the spot for this fusion. And you basically can discard 1 card to send 1 Destiny Hero monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard. And if you do, Destiny Hero monsters you control gain 200 attack for each Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard to the end of this turn. You can only use the effect of Dangerous once per turn, but you can really stack up the numbers with this for sure. You can even send cards like Malicious from your hand to the graveyard, then reuse the Malicious. The only thing that sucks is you'll miss the timing with the Malicious power boost. So if you're going to summon it to the field, hopefully you use it for something like a mass change. Give out a mask hero since they won't get the boost, obviously. And I also run 1 Vision Hero Trinity, just a powerhouse. You need 3 hero monsters to make it, so being able to attack 3 times and doubling its attack on the turn's fusion summon can definitely take care of a lot of your opponent's monsters and even push for game depending on what they have on the field. I also run 1 Vision Hero Adoration, just another one for 2 heroes to get this card out, so you have options for some of your other hero fusions. And for the masked heroes, the 1 Anki and the 1 Darklaw that I spoke of as well, just banish potential and then you attack directly. And search off the Anki definitely do come in handy. And then for the Link monsters, I run 1 of the new extra hero, Dread Decimator. So just more Link options with this one. You need 2 or more hero monsters. It's a Link 3. This card, also any hero monsters at point 2, gain 100 attack for each hero monster with a different name in your graveyard. If this card attacks a defense monster, inflict piercing. This card definitely does help with the boost. And then if it's pointing to Destiny hero monsters, comboing it with Dangerous is just all the better. And I run 1 extra hero Wonder Driver. With this one, if a hero monster is normal or special summoned to a zone this card points to, target 1 polymerization spell, fusion spell, or change quick play spell in your graveyard, set that target. You can act this effect, jumbling my words there, once per turn. And if this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, or if this card is in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to your graveyard, special summon 1 hero monster from your hand. So you definitely have options with Wonder Driver as well, depending on what play you want to go for, depending on how many heroes you have as well. They both definitely do help with all your different plays you can do in the deck. And then for the rest of the extra deck, I run one Wee Witch Apprentice and one Nightmare Phoenix. This is just spell and trap popping potential and just easy dark link monster to make and then research with the Wee Witch. And then for the Exceed monsters, I run one Tornado Dragon and one Heroic Champion Excalibur. This could be Utopia and Utopia the Lightning if you wish. I just like the pop potential, just like the Phoenix, and the big attack that Excalibur can reach as well for the detach of 2 Exceed materials. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed the video. We finished all 3 of the decks from the Legendary Hero decks. Might mix around, try out some other ones, maybe focus on some of the Nordic monsters on their own, like a Nordic Beast deck or a Nordic Alfar deck, you name it. Maybe give an update to the Neospatian deck later on as well, and see if I'll do anything else with Phantom Knights. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and until next time, Kira, Twig, out.